to Another Guy Bicycles, hanging out with a guy. Hi, I'm Justin, the guy. Today we're going to be doing number 11 on the top 20 checklist of buying a used bike. Today we're going to say, is it test rideable or not? So, for me, being a mechanic and being in the industry over the 30 years, I have a lot of advantage. A lot of advantage to the point where I don't even need a test ride of a bike because I can look at the technical aspects of it and go through it on a repair stand and make sure it's something I want to purchase or not. But for the general consumer, that's not necessarily the case. So if you're not really into, haven't done a lot of mechanics yourself or something, you're just looking to get used and like, oh, I'm excited, I want to get used, I want to get a road bike or a bike and I'm looking for something. Well, I'm going to tell you the ugly truth. About 90% of the bikes that I purchase are, number one, not safe to ride. They will need something done, tune-ups or what have you, for them to be safe to ride. About 8% of those can be ridden, but it probably needs something. And there are only about 2% that's immaculate. So your odds are against you to make sure you get a bike that's used, that's going to be good right out of the gate when I have to put anything into it. Why is number 11? Make sure it's test rideable. Are you going to go buy a used car and just look at it and go, oh, I'll take that? No, you're going to get in it, you're going to take it around for a spin, you can turn it on, see if it runs, all those things. Bikes are kind of the same thing. So what you're looking for is your ABCs. Air, brake, and chain. Those things are applied to looking at a used bike and you want it to be able to be test ridden. Number one, air. Make sure the tires are not flat. If they roll this bike out and it has flat tires and they're expecting you just to buy it, to say, yeah, this is not really what I'm looking for, I'm sorry for your time, thank you, and walk away. Reason being is they don't care. They're just gonna get rid of it. It could be a diamond in the rough, but only an expert like me can actually identify that. So you're kind of you're gonna put yourself in a really out on a limb if you do such a thing like that. Second thing, brakes. Make sure you can actually use them before you go for that test ride. Say they do, or at least they feel like. Spin the tires, make sure they run smooth, and they stop. And I have another video you can go over and take a look at the shifting. See if that works for you while you're shifting. You want to shift it while you're riding it and check those things out. And also, you do want to make sure you can adjust your saddle. Hopefully they have an Allen wrench, or some bikes have a quick release, but it'd be good to invest it to a little Allen wrench, or even the fold-up ones. You can do that. And two things. One, you want to adjust the saddle to your height so it's not all the way down. This one would be way too high and you might hurt yourself while you're test riding. This one, you can just take it up to your hip, right around there. That will get you close for a fitting, for just a general test ride. Make sure you can tighten it down. Also, while you're here, pull that seat post all the way out. What you're looking for is that height limit line. Height limit line will tell you how much that seat post needs to be in the frame. If that's missing, it's probably been cut. That's not safe. So if it has a cut seat post, don't test ride it. Like, oh, that's cut. Yeah, that's too short for me, I'm sorry. Reason people cut their seat posts? Well, they want to save some weight, which is kind of ridiculous because the weight loss you lose on cutting your seat post is next to none. But, if that's all good, also you want to be able to adjust it. I had 2 bikes this year alone that I went to go pull out the seat post. It was seized in the frame. You can't get it out. So it's just stuck in there. So you want to adjust it to around your hip height and make sure you can tighten it down. Then you can go for your test ride. So if all those things check out and you can go for a test ride, bring a helmet. Protect that head. Something may fail on this and you may go down. And more so than that, it's always a good idea to have a helmet. So, test rides, super important. Make sure you're able to test ride it. Make sure the shifting runs good, the brakes, and also the fit. You know, for me, I'm buying bikes and I'm fixing them up. I have a fit area to fit people. I'm not fitting them to myself. But I kind of know those geometries when I'm looking for a bike personally. But in this particular situation, you want to make sure it fits you and it's something that's comfortable for you. Keep in mind, you know, the stem can be changed out, the bar widths can be switched out, saddle obviously is probably going to be switched out, grip tape too if it's not new looking. So all those little things are part of the fit process. But for the long haul, you definitely want to get the main fit over it. Be able to stand over the top tube, be comfortable on the bike for a short ride at least, and then you have a snowball chance of having a good bike on your hands there. So basically, number 11, make sure you can test ride it. Those are things that are just, you'd think it would be common sense, but it's really good just not to be talked into it. But in any case, be willing to walk away at any time. Because number one, you don't want to fall into a very expensive investment. And second, you want to make sure it's safe. Those are the things that I try to provide when I'm refurbishing bikes for people to make sure they're the right fit and safe to ride. Those are the biggest issues. So, if you like these videos, subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Hanging out in the garage. Until next time.